Hello and welcome to the Tech Train. This is a quick video in response to a question that I had from someone who was asking about extracting a string from within text in Microsoft Excel. Here's an example. I've got here two YouTube links, and in this case the actual ID of the video is in red in the middle here. And what the person wanted to do was to extract just the video ID from a list, quite a long list, of these long URLs. And I've got two different formats. This first one is videos that have been embedded and automatically play within web pages, and the second one is a video that's part of a playlist. So fairly common URLs, but we want to pull out this ID from the middle. How do we do that? Well, I'm going to show you two separate formulas that you may know or you may not know, and then I'm going to show you how we can combine them to achieve this. So the first formula is equals text before, and what this does is allow us to grab all of the text before a particular character, word, phrase, whatever it might be. So in this case we're going to say we want to grab all the text from this cell here before this question mark, because that will include this ID here. It'll include everything before it as well, but it will get rid of everything from the question mark on. So if I say here, get everything before the question mark in cell A1, then that will pull out everything before the question mark and get rid of everything from the question mark on. So we've now got the ID here, this video ID at the end, but how do we get rid of the stuff that's before it? Well, let's do a different formula first of all. Let's have, instead of text before, text after. Now in text after, again, we're going to say A1, but this time we want to get all of the text that is after this first bit that we don't want, so the youtube.com/embed/. So what we'll do is we'll actually grab all of that, everything before the video ID. So I'm going to copy that, and then if I just write this formula right here, so equals text after in A1, and it's everything after that. So we don't want that, we want everything after it. And now I close brackets, press enter. So there we are. So you can see that in the text before, we've got everything that's before the bit we don't want. So our ID is at the end. And using text after, whoops, we've got everything that is after the bit we don't want, but then we've still got the bit at the end. So how do we combine these two formulas so that we can just extract the ID, get rid of everything before and everything after the ID in one single formula? Well, I'm going to show you this step by step so it makes sense. If we have a look at this formula here, text after, we're saying get rid of everything that's before the ID, and we're looking at cell A1, which of course is the full URL, but bear with me here. We've already got rid of everything that's at the end of the URL, so let's just use this reference here. Now that of course gives us the ID, but it is still cheating because of course we're still using two formulas. If I get rid of this first one, the second one of course doesn't work. But if we have a look here, we're looking at A4, but that's not a value, that's a formula in that cell. So instead of just referring to the cell, we can copy the formula. So let's take that formula, not the equals bit, but the function before there. And instead of saying A4, just paste in that formula. And if I press enter, we're now getting just the ID, and I can get rid of that formula there. We don't need anything else. That now is doing everything by itself. So if I double click that and we have a look at it, we're saying, first of all, get rid of everything after the question mark, and once you've done that, use text after to get rid of everything before the URL. And so that allows us to extract the ID from the middle of this URL. Now I've got a second example here, so let's just adapt this formula so it works with this second example here as well. So if I double click that, we're saying, all right, what is the, if you think of it as text before, what is the thing after the ID that we want to get rid of? And in this case, it's not a question mark. It's the ampersand or and symbol here. So we actually want to get rid of everything after the ampersand symbol. Oops, not that one. The ampersand. There we are. But also, we don't have the same bit at the beginning. Instead of embed, it's watch question mark v equals. So I'll press enter. It's not working at the moment because I haven't finished the formula. All I'm going to do is highlight that bit there. That's the bit we want to get rid of. So back in there, and we'll replace that string at the end with a new one. And of course, finally, we're not looking at A1, this new URL is in A2. So all I've done there is change the character that's after the bit we want and the characters before the bit we want. And if I press enter, we've now extracted that video ID. So text before, text after, and combining the two. How to extract a string from within a longer string. I hope you found that useful. If you did, it would be fantastic if you could just take a second to click the like button under this video, because it really genuinely does make a difference to the channel. So I really would appreciate that. Of course, if you have any questions or comments, then do leave them below. I do read them all. Don't necessarily always reply. I do my best. But I do read them and I do take them on board for future videos. So any questions or comments there as well, that'd be fantastic. And of course, if you find these videos useful, then give it a subscription as well. So thank you very much indeed for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.